Bring in Mark Spoonauer, Editor-in-Chief of Tom's Guide. Mark, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So what did you think of the new gadgets from Apple yesterday?
If I had to give them a grade overall yesterday, it'd probably be about a B+. I think the iPhone's definitely wowed with the new 3D touch display. It adds a new dimension to multi-touch and really gives you new sorts of shortcuts in interacting with your phone. We're spending too much time with our phones as it is, so just being able to, let's say, long press the camera icon to go directly into a selfie and little things like that are important innovations. The Apple TV, I think, was really good in terms of making Siri less hated because in a way, like it's a way for discovering content and searching for things. So you can say, show me all the latest or show me all the 007 movies. And then you can say, oh, just show me stuff with Pierce Brosnan, for example. So Siri is smart enough. It has that contextual intelligence built in, and it's bringing that to the living room. What really fell flat, though, for me was the iPad Pro, because I don't know if anyone needs a 13-inch tablet, and it starts at $799, which is pretty expensive when you consider that the Surface Pro starts at the same price and their keyboard is less expensive. Charging $99 for a pencil, I think, is probably a column by itself.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of negative reaction to that. So, like, how much should you really include when you're going after the enterprise market? I would say include more, not less.
That's unbelievable. I mean, I feel like I just got this one. This is the 6 Plus. Would I buy a new phone just on those, features that you just mentioned, the camera and the selfie? Oops.
Yeah. So
that's one thing. And the music goes on.
To mute your phone.
Yeah, so they included a camera upgrade. They went from 8 megapixels to 12 megapixels.
So that, I think, is big, considering the selfie culture that we are in and how essential your phone is to be a camera. Right? I mean, when you think of your camera, nobody carries a separate camera anymore. It's all about the camera. So this new iPhone's a 12-megapixel iSight rear camera, 50% more pixels than the iPhone 6, Maria. I mean, that's a serious camera on your telephone.
And also, a lot of people care about selfies, right? So
pictures.
They did a clever innovation with the front-facing camera, where instead of including a flash for lighting yourself up in low light, it lights up the display by 3 times. So the display doubles as a flash when you're taking selfies in the dark, and I think a lot of people are going to like that.
Mark, I've got a 5.
Okay.
I covet Maria's 6.
Right.
What percentage of owners of an iPhone would you expect to upgrade to a new model, to spend money, contribute to Apple's revenue because of this kind of incremental improvement? I mean, there's some appealing features there.
Yeah, I would say most people who are on an iPhone 5 or 5S, so a couple of generations ago, a lot of them will be looking to upgrade, mostly because of the cameras and some of the innovations like the 3D touch display.
I've got the 5 on set right now. I need a new one. So I'm actually looking at this as, are they selling me? Because everybody tells me I should go, Samsung or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at these upgrades and I'm thinking, is this really all they're going to sell me on?
Yeah, I think so. The biggest change that a lot of people are talking about that happened yesterday is that Apple introduced a new iPhone upgrade program. So for $32 a month indefinitely, you'll be able to upgrade to the latest iPhone every year. Now, carriers offer something similar, but Apple is throwing in their Apple Care program. So if something happens to your phone, they'll replace it. So drops, damages.
Well, what about a lot of the viewers wrote in, because I asked our viewers and followers on Twitter, what do you want to see and what do you think of the Apple announcement? The Cruiser writes, buying Apple Pad Pro Pencil, hate the apps that come with them. Wish we could delete some because it drains the batteries. That's an important point. This battery is always going dead on me.
Yeah, the battery life on the iPhone 6 Plus got about 10 hours in our test, which is better than Samsung's phones. But what I like with Samsung's phones is that they give you twice the amount of storage. That's one thing I didn't like about the new Apple announcements. They're only giving you 16 gigs of memory, which is not a lot when you can shoot 4K video.
Yep. All right, Mark, great stuff. Thanks so much. Appreciate your insights on that. The U.S.